What is up? What's going on, guys? Trizzle here, tuning in, bringing you guys another great 3-star tutorial. Today, we are going to be going over BoGoWiWi. Actually, this is a brand new twist on an old strategy that was actually extremely powerful about 3 years ago in the Town Hall 9 meta. But with the advent of bowlers, guys, this is an extremely strong attack ever since Supercell buffed the witches. Alright, so what we're going to be doing, guys, is getting into the actual 3-star tutorial just to kind of show you guys how it's done. Starting off with the troops. Basically, how it's going to go down, guys, you are going to be using a couple cleanup troops. Typically you'll use either an archer and a barbarian or a minion, followed by 3 wallbreakers, 11 wizards, 2 golems, and then you'll be rocking 9 witches as well as the clan castle bowlers. Very important because the bowlers is actually what holds the attack together. As far as spells go, you're going to be rocking 1 heal spell, 2 raid spells, a jump spell. You're going to bring your own poison as well as a CC poison. Alright, so that's it for the spells, guys. Pretty simple and straightforward. As far as tips for success, things that you'll need to look for to make your chances of 3-starring the base as easy as you possibly can make it, that's going to be number 1, stay away from super compact bases, guys. This is actually going to be best for open bases with the least amount of compartments possible. So you want to look for those open layouts. Also, you want to make sure that your heroes aren't weak or rushed heroes. Ideally speaking, you don't really want to do this attack until your heroes are level 15 minimum. Personally, I didn't really start doing this until I had a level 20 queen, but that's just me. Alright, so definitely recommend making sure that you get your heroes up. With that all being said, guys, next, one of the most important things, as you guys know, if you've been a long time watcher of the channel, it's all about the raid objectives, guys. Because if you can memorize these raid objectives, you can apply to any base that you'll see. You'll be able to break down any base, and you'll also be able to teach your clan members, so that way it becomes easier. So getting into the raid objectives, starting with raid objective number 1. Very important is to determine the best side of the base to attack. Normally what you'll want to do is engage the base so that you can access both xbows using your jump spell and your wall breakers, making sure that you engage the xbows one at a time, preferably. The second raid objective, actually starting the attack, you're going to want to deploy your golems about medium distance apart, followed by a line of wizards. Make sure that you at least hang on to 1 wizard for the end with the cleanup. You're also going to want to make sure that when you're attacking the base, you don't really want this clan castle to be offset. That way you can flank your army and take out a golem or an entire bunch of witches. So try to make sure that when you approach the base, that the CC is either going to be centered or it's not going to get triggered by one of the flanks of your army. Getting into the third raid objectives is going to be deploying the archer queen followed by a line of witches, guys. So once you've gotten your golems down, your line of wizards down, you're going to drop that archer queen, and then you're also going to drop the line of witches behind. And then after that, this is when you're going to start looking for the splash damage, so you can deploy your wall breakers. And then on those bases where the wall breakers won't really access anything, this is where you'll usually use your jump spell. Alright, so that's going to bring us to the 5th raid objective, which is to deploy your king, followed by the clan castle bowlers. Very important. A lot of people accidentally drop their king way too early, and then the funnel just isn't set right. Will end up taking a walk. So what you need to do, guys, make sure you drop your king and the clan castle last as far as all the troops that you'll be deploying. That'll bring you to the 6th raid objective, which is to drop the first raid spell to bring your troops and your kill squad into the base. You want to do it pretty much on the first layer of the base. You don't want to do it too far outside. You definitely don't want to do it too far inside as well. But that's going to be where you deploy your first raid. As far as the 7th raid objective, that's going to be to deploy your heal spell to protect those bowlers, protect the kill squad, your heroes, as they start to go into the core. Usually this is where you'll trigger the clan castle, which is why you want to drop the poison spell as well, and you want to make sure that you use that heal spell to help support your troops as they converge on the clan castle on their way into the core. That brings us to the 8th raid objective, guys, which is to drop the rage, your second and final rage, over the core of the base, and that's going to basically allow the bowlers, everything in the core, to just melt. It's going to take out all the core defenses. That's going to bring us to the 9th raid objective, guys, which is don't be hesitant to use your king ability to power through the core. I know when you're basically learning Town Hall 9, I know you do get a king at Town Hall 8, but for the most part, most people hold on to their king ability too long, so that by the time the king is way low on health, it doesn't even get the benefit of being able to use his entire ability. So don't be hesitant to use that, guys. Make sure you use that king ability. Once you see your health go down, don't let it go down to more than halfway. And then the 10th raid objective is to basically start looking at where you're going to deploy your cleanup wizard. You're going to want to use that on the side that's most beneficial. And then that's also when you're going to be scanning the base to look at where it'll be best or most ideal to deploy your other cleanup troops without having them be targeted by other defenses. The 11th and final raid objective is using your AQ ability to help keep her alive. You got to make sure that the queen stays up, guys. So as you go through the base, hopefully nothing weird happens. But if for some reason the archer queen gets targeted, make sure that you use that ability nice and early to keep her from going down. With that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into the actual attacks. But that's it. This is an extremely easy, very, very powerful army that you guys definitely need to be using if you haven't already started. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the replays, and we'll see this in action. So at the beginning, guys, like I said, you want to determine the best side of the base to attack. I went ahead and pulled the clan castle, because usually you don't want your golems to get chewed up by the clan castle troops. So in this instance, it was kind of a good idea to pull them off a little bit, then go ahead and start the raid. So that way I can make the most of my jump spell, my wall breakers, engage the 2 xbows as we need to engage them. So you'll see me starting the attack here fairly soon on the top right side of the base. Again, medium spread on the golems, followed by your line of wizards, followed by the line of witches. There's the queen, and then watch your splash damage. That's where you're bringing down the wall breaker. And then once that's done, you're going to bring in your king, followed by the clan castle bowlers. Get that jump spell down, get your raid spell down, so that way again the bowlers can start doing what they need to do. Get the heal spell down. That'll support your kill squad, keep those bowlers up, allowing them to do the maximum amount of damage possible. And then you just drop that second raid spell on the core. And once that's done correctly, guys, as long as your heroes are high enough, that's all you need to do. From here on out, you can just kind of sit back and collect the 3-star, because that's usually what's going to happen if you pick the right base. You do the steps that we've gone over, and you make sure that you're not skipping any of the raid objectives, guys. So as you can see, easy 3-star. He did have a clan castle full of giants, which may not necessarily be the hardest clan castle on defense, but I believe they were still max giants, which takes a lot, because it's a lot of health hit points that you got to work through. Alright, so getting into the next video, we're going to see the attack done on a base. Even though this base is compact, you'll notice that there's only 4 compartments, more or less. So very easy to take out. You get those golems down, followed by the line of wizards, followed by the line of witches. Then you bring in your archer queen, Then you look for a place to deploy your jump spell or your wall breakers. Then you start bringing the king down. Then you bring the clan castle bowlers. The raid spell again, guys, that's going to allow your kill squad, the bowlers, to start doing maximum damage. As you know, bowlers under rage, everything just melts. That heal spell just gives them that extra boost that they need to be able to get through the most powerful defenses, since you're going against a Town Hall 9. And then once that's done, again, you just got to sit back. And the beauty of this army is that, you know, the troops are very strong, especially once you get your heroes up. And there are very few bases that can actually stand up to this attack, especially since a lot of people nowadays, they're building their bases to be the anti-Laloon, anti-Shatter, anti-BoGoWiWi. So you definitely have to be creative. You definitely need to have a ground army up your sleeves to be able to have that flexibility and be able to 3-star any base in war, which is why this attack is so important, why it is so versatile, why you guys definitely need to make sure that you get this memorized. Just to get into the next replay, guys, I believe this might be the last one, but again, still very important. As you see, being that the clan castle was up top, I didn't want to start my attack up there, so that way, you know, the troops wouldn't get flanked and taken out. So I come in from the bottom of the base. There was a troll Tesla that ended up pulling the golem, which kind of caused a little bit of funkiness in the middle, so I kind of had to improvise a little bit. Brought the king down a little bit earlier than I would have liked, but I didn't want the archer tower to target the archer queen and then take her out early. So because of that, I did end up losing the king to go into the core, but at least I was able to get the golems in there, get the bowlers in, get the archer queen in, and then from there, again, you just lay your health spells down in the correct manner. So it's always going to be jump, rage into the first layer of the base, heal, kind of overlap the edge of the first rage, drop that poison spell as the CC troops come out, then you're going to rage over the core. And again, it just everything melts. You'll notice that, you know, this clan castle was full and it was full of wizards. So had I come in from, you know, the other side, unless I did a traditional lore, it would have melted my golems, whatever troops would have been, you know, flanked on that side. So that's why it's so important when you're attacking with this army, you don't ignore the clan castle. And if it's a centralized clan castle, even better. You don't actually need to lure with this army. It's so easy, guys. You just have to make sure that you upgrade your heroes to at least level 15 plus. You will definitely need level 4 golems if you're going to be attacking max Town Hall 9s. Also, the upgraded wizards as well is definitely going to, you know, make a difference. Those level 6 wizards. Alright, so that's going to be pretty much it, guys. You know, again, this is a long overdue tutorial. I used to be a GoWiWi king, you know, when I had my first account was actually Town Hall 9, and then the game changed. They did some nerfs, buffs, so since then I just been using nothing but Laloon and different Laloon variations, but, you know, just not even a matter of nostalgia or looking it back and, you know, saying, oh, well, this is old school. It really is a very viable attack, extremely strong, and it's definitely something that you guys need in your bag of tricks. So make sure that you guys are watching these tutorials. Make sure that you're looking at the raid objectives. I usually put them in the description. That way, you know, it makes it a little bit easier. And also, it helps really so you can apply it to any base that you'll come across. With that being said, as you guys know, we're in October. Halloween is a couple days away, so I definitely wanted to let you guys know, if you want to win that October gift card, you've got a couple more days. Make sure you get on there, like each video, make sure you comment October 2017 gift card, and keep dabbing on haters, guys. So I appreciate you watching. Trizzle tuning out.